Do your legs feel heavy, achy, and swollen by the time the day is down? Do your ankles seem to pull a disappearing act into what some people unkindly call cankles? If you're over 60, you've probably been told this is just a normal, unavoidable part of getting older, that your body isn't what it used to be, and you just have to live with it. But what if I told you that for so many of us, that's just not true? What if the constant discomfort, the shoes that feel too tight, and that tired, heavy feeling that drags you down doesn't have to be your reality? There's a simple move, backed by science, an exercise so powerful yet so simple you can do it right now from the very chair you're sitting in, that could change everything. This single movement jumpstarts your body's own natural, built-in pump to start flushing that stubborn, stagnant fluid from your legs. Not just for a day, but for good. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what this powerful exercise is, how to do it correctly for the best results, and explain the simple science behind why it works so incredibly well. So stick with me, because you're about to reclaim control over your comfort and mobility. Before we jump to the solution, it's important to understand the problem. Why does this happen, especially as we get into our 60s, 70s, and beyond? The medical term for this swelling is edema, and it's what happens when extra fluid gets trapped in your body's tissues. Thanks to the constant pull of gravity, this fluid loves to settle in the lowest parts of your body, your feet, ankles, and lower legs. Think of your circulatory system as a huge network of one-way streets. Your heart is the main engine, pumping blood filled with oxygen and nutrients out to every part of your body. That's the easy part. It's a downhill journey. The trip back up is the tough part. The blood, now carrying waste products, has to fight gravity every single inch of the way from your feet back to your heart. When we're young and active, our bodies are pretty efficient at this. Strong muscles and flexible veins work together to keep everything moving smoothly. But as we age, a couple of things happen. Our veins can lose some of their springiness, making them less effective at pushing blood upward. More importantly, we often become more sedentary. We sit for longer, we walk a little less, and the muscles in our legs just don't get the same regular workout. This combination is the perfect storm for fluid to get left behind. Blood and lymphatic fluid starts to pool, seeping out of tiny capillaries and into the surrounding tissues. The result? That all too familiar swelling, puffiness, and a feeling of heaviness that can make simple tasks feel like a huge effort. It's frustrating and uncomfortable, but it is not a life sentence. The secret to reversing this is to reactivate the most powerful tool you have for fighting back against gravity. Deep inside your lower legs, you have something so powerful that cardiologists and physical therapists often call it your second heart. No, it's not another organ, but a group of muscles that are absolutely crucial for good circulation, your calf muscles. Every single time you walk, run, or even just wiggle your foot, your calf muscles, specifically the big gastrocnemius and the deeper soleus muscles, contract. When they contract, they squeeze the deep veins running through your legs. This squeezing action is incredibly important. It acts like a pump, pushing the deoxygenated blood and lymphatic fluid upwards, out of your legs and back towards your heart. The veins in your legs even have tiny one-way valves to stop the fluid from flowing backward, so every squeeze pushes it further along its journey. This system is called the calf muscle pump, and it's the unsung hero of your circulatory system. It makes the heart's job much easier, ensuring it gets a steady supply of blood to keep pumping. But what happens when this second heart slows down? When you sit for long stretches, in a car, at a desk, or watching TV, your calf muscle pump is basically asleep on the job. There's no squeezing action, gravity takes over, and fluid starts to pool in your ankles and feet. This is why your legs often feel most swollen in the evening after a day with less activity. On top of that, weaker calf muscles, which can happen with a more sedentary lifestyle, can't pump as effectively even when you are moving. The secret, then, to draining those swollen legs isn't a magic pill or a complicated machine. It's about intentionally and regularly firing up this powerful built-in pump that you already have. And there's one exercise that does this more directly and effectively than just about any other. One of the single most effective science-backed chair exercises to drain swollen legs is the humble ankle pump. I know it might sound too simple to be the big answer you've been searching for, but its power is rooted in pure physiology. Your ankle pump directly activates your calf muscle pump, your second heart. Medical professionals have been recommending this exact movement for decades for edema relief. In fact, a major meta-analysis reviewing 16 trials published through the National Library of Medicine found that ankle pump exercises significantly reduce the risk of dangerous deep vein thrombosis, or blood clots, especially in patients with limited mobility. Each repetition of an ankle pump is a deliberate beat of your second heart. With every flex and point of your foot, you are mechanically squeezing those deep veins in your lower legs, pushing that stagnant, pooled fluid up and out and back into circulation where it belongs. Think of a sponge soaked with water. If you just let it sit, the water stays put. But the moment you give it a good squeeze, the water pours out. Your lower legs are like that sponge, and ankle pumps are the squeeze. It's a direct, targeted action that gets to the root cause of the swelling: poor fluid return against gravity. This is why it's such a cornerstone exercise. It's not a random movement, it's a precise and powerful activation of your body's natural drainage system. To get the most out of it, you have to do the ankle pump correctly. The beauty is its simplicity, but good form is key. Let's break it down, step by step. First, sit comfortably in a sturdy chair, like a dining chair. Sit up tall with your back supported and place your feet flat on the floor. Let's do one leg at a time to start, as this is easier on the lower back. Extend one leg out slightly in front of you, just enough so your foot is off the ground. If it's more comfortable, you can rest your heel on the floor, but letting it move freely is even better. Now, the movement. It has two parts. Part 1, dorsiflexion. That's just a fancy way of saying pull your toes up towards your head. Pull them back as far as you comfortably can, like you're trying to show someone the sole of your shoe. You should feel a gentle stretch in your calf. Hold this upward flex for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Part 2, plantar flexion. Now do the opposite. Point your toes away from you, pushing them down towards the floor like you're stepping on a gas pedal. Push as far as you comfortably can. You should feel a strong squeeze in your calf muscle. That's your second heart pumping. Hold this downward point for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. That whole sequence, up, hold, down, hold, is 1 rep. For the best results, aim for 10 to 20 repetitions on one leg, then switch to the other. Try to do this routine at least once a day, but consistency is way more important than intensity. Doing it every single day is what builds lasting change. You can even break it up and do a few reps several times a day, like during TV commercial breaks or every hour if you're sitting for a long time. It's a small time investment that pays off big in comfort. While the ankle pump is the undisputed champion for targeting the calf muscle pump, you can supercharge your results by adding 2 more simple, seated exercises. This creates a well-rounded routine that activates muscles throughout your lower body, turning your chair into a circulation-boosting powerhouse. Your gluteal muscles, or your buttocks muscles, are the biggest muscle group in your body. Firing them up sends a powerful signal for circulation all the way down the leg. Plus, a study in the journal PeerJ found that simple glute squeezes were just as effective as glute bridges for increasing hip extension strength. Here's how you do them. While sitting tall in your chair, simply tighten and squeeze your buttocks muscles as hard as you can. Imagine you're trying to crack a walnut between them. Hold that tight squeeze for 3 to 5 seconds and then fully relax. That's it. Repeat this 10 to 15 times. You can do this exercise anytime, anywhere, and nobody will even know. This final movement gets your hip flexors and thighs involved, adding another layer to your circulation routine. It mimics the motion of walking, which is fantastic for overall blood flow. Here's how you do it. Sit tall at the edge of your chair, keeping your core tight. Simply lift one knee up towards your chest as high as you comfortably can, like you're marching in place. Lower it back down with control, and then immediately lift the other knee. Keep alternating legs in a steady, marching rhythm for about 30 to 60 seconds. This gets your heart rate up just a bit and really encourages blood flow through the large arteries in your thighs. By combining ankle pumps, glute squeezes, and seated marching, you create a simple 5-minute routine that hits the entire lower body for a maximum fluid draining effect. These exercises